Gossipers, it's Sharona. We're talking drones. What's going on with all these drone sightings in America? But first, let's take a quick look at this video.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here. You know, when this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights.
I didn't believe what I was seeing, but what was I seeing? We're here in central Jersey. We've been looking for the past hour. I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes.
So, gossipers, what are your thoughts? You saw that video. So this is Rich McHugh, the journalist. He works for NewsNation. So we're going to read a quick article from NewsNation. It says, dozens of mysterious drones were spotted over New Jersey, and NewsNation obtained exclusive footage. NewsNation Rich McHugh, who you just saw, McHugh's, was embedded when Ocean County Sheriff's Department to investigate the drones. After not seeing any drones, he got a call that some drones had been spotted in Monmouth County. I raced up to Monmouth County and pulled off in Red Bank, and sure enough, I looked in the sky and saw one. I started following it into a residential area, took out my phone and started filming it, McHugh said. I believe I saw over 50 of these drones, and I've got to say, if this is not the military, it is even more terrifying. These things look like they are fixed wing and they have multiple lights, he continued. I'm not really sure how to process what I saw last night. Both the photographer and I were kind of stunned. So you heard him say that. So, gossipers, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going on? One of the department's own officers called 911 on Thursday evening after seeing 50 of them come off the Atlantic Ocean. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boats and they reported seeing 13 drones following their boat, said Sheriff Michael Mastronardi. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and at a wingspan of about 8 feet. Montrandari also had a message for the White House. Come to Jersey Shore, he said. I know it's winter time, but come see what we see. Then maybe have a better appreciation for why our residents are concerned. Now, the U.S. government, the agency, they're acting as if this is just regular drones, people flying. Some are even saying maybe they're commercial drones. But no, don't you need permission? Especially drones with that size to be flying over America and not being investigated fully? 50 at one time? And you, the U.S. government, who have the what the means or the machine to see stuff like this flying over the country, and you're not reacting, telling people, okay, we know what this is, whatever that is. People are the ones calling you and telling you what they're seeing. Now that's odd. Now if you're in a airplane or a helicopter, they're getting instructions from some building, not the cockpit. The cockpit is in the plane, but from whomever is navigating them, because in a plane, helicopter, you still need navigation. So if you're telling me that the U.S. knows nothing about this and does not know who's getting these drones off, some are saying, what if it's Russia or Japan, which I doubt, or China? No. I would like to think the U.S. intelligence, they have enough advanced technology to know when someone is invading the U.S. airspace. But with this one, I guess they don't see it as an invasion because no one is taking it seriously enough to even come out and address the people of New Jersey, New York, I think Milwaukee or Minnesota, where these are showing up more frequently now, and people just want to hear answers. So we're going to take another look at this video. Look at this video here.
Bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Gossipers, you saw that video. Look how many over the ocean. And the person who's recording this, he's showing you there's no land around. So this cannot be just commercial or a regular person flying these drones. It has to be someone with technology that can fly these from such a distance that, you know, you don't need to be close to it or anything to that effect, if you get what I'm saying. So what exactly is going on? What are your thoughts, gossipers? Do you think this is extraterrestrial? And another thing is, when I think of aliens or UFOs, I'm always thinking of the sky, that they come from outer space, whatever. But now you have people who are saying they believe that they're under the ocean. So to look at that video and see all those above the ocean and no one is, there's no land around to send these over the ocean, then could it be possible that some people who think that they do come from the bottom of the ocean, they could be correct? Because the ocean, I don't think anyone has ever made it to the bottom. I would research it, but I doubt anyone has ever made it to the bottom of the ocean to say we made it to the bottom. No. It's so tremendously deep and dangerous, and then we don't know what's in the ocean. We know our typical dolphin, whales, and fishes and octopus, and we all know those typical stuff. But I'm sure there are creatures out there that we don't even know in the ocean. And I think the ocean it's not even being, what's the word, like discovered. It's like only 10-15% of the ocean is this discovered, if you get what I'm saying, meaning there's so much more out there that humans have not reached. And for this to be going on with that last video over the ocean, and to see that a police officer or an officer in general called to say that he saw 50 hovering above the ocean. Now with this last video, I don't know if that's the video the officer, or the officer was on the ship, if that's his video that we watch, but either way, we see those flying above the ocean. Where did they come from? If it's not commercial, if it's not a regular person, I would like to think the U.S. intelligence, like I said, would detect when China, Japan, or Russia is invading our airspace to shoot down whatever that is. But to see them not taking this so seriously, when people are saying this does not look like anything. And then for this news correspondent to see it in person and letting you know that it's terrifying, what it looks like, how big it is. Come on, something is going on. So, gossipers, your thoughts?